We have a reason that true, but we have a reason that it isn't true.
Do you understand that? Some true, but there's a reason. Susah. Explain further, please. In English.
Every person have their opinion. For me, this little bit true lah.
Little bit true. Why?
Why? Why 7?
Why little bit true?
Because not all the students cannot speak English.
What do you think of your English?
Not so good, not so poor.
Okay. Nama you apa tadi?
Aznan.
Aznan. Okay, sorry. Aznan. You all, what do you all think if he goes for an interview in which company will you work later on?
Consultant.
What? Tell me the consultant name. The company's name.
ZK.
What?
ZK.
ZK? Ada ke nama company ZK? ZK? Oh, tak pernah dengar nama ZK. What? ZK Consulting?
ZK Group.
Okay. If the ZK boss were to interview you, him lah, what will they think about his communication skill? You cannot answer, the rest have to answer. Will they give him A, B, C, D, E? What do you all think? How many of you... can I ask them this question? How many of you think that he will score A for communication in English? A, how many of you think? Put up your hand, please. What? Ni, Naufal, you tukang kira, kawan. How many of you thinks that dia punya potential employer, ZK, will give him A in English? How many? Put up your hand. Jangan pakat-pakat. Sendiri. Berapa? 13. How many of you think that ZK, the potential employer, will give him B? Put up your hand. $32. 32. How many of you thinks that bila dia kena temu duga, being interviewed by ZK, they will give him a C? Put up your hand. Put up your hand. C. Seven. How many of you thinks that when he's interviewed, the potential employer will rate him a D? Put up your hand. D. And how many of you thinks that he will get E? Put up your hand. Because he can still say little, kan tadi. So, what is the marks? B. B, 32. But I think in this room, altogether, berapa agaknya? How many of you are in this room agaknya? 300 ada? Berapa dalam hall ni? Berapa ni? Aznan, ada berapa orang?
500.
500. So, 13 out of 500 things you get an A. 32 out of 500 things you get a B. And that's the highest mark you get. What about the rest? I think there's about more than 400 doesn't know how to rate you. Betul tak? Of course, in this room, you are very kind to him, betul tak? Because you tengok dia is like my brother, like my friend and so on. but the employer doesn't know him. The employer doesn't have to be kind to him, betul tak? All the employer does is, this is Aznan, this is Chong, this is Mutu, this is... They don't know who is Aznan. Betul tak? And that is the reason, my friend, why? Because to them, the foreign graduate ni will speak like Christina, will speak like our friend tadi. They will think it is like that, betul tak? And they will think Aznan is a local graduate. He can say little, the truth tadi tu. Right or not? And this is the reason, Aznan, let me tell you why they think your command of English is not very good. Betul tak? Don't you agree, Aznan? Huh? Because my friend, to be honest with you, I sendiri, myself, I interview a lot of people to bring them into UM. Lecturers, executive dan sebagainya. The English has to be better than what you have now, Aznan. Has to be better. Because, yes, you can speak English, but very, very choppy. Very, very choppy. It's not smooth. Betul tak, Aznan? And that's why they think you are not communicating well in English. A company, let's say, Shell, kalau dia interview you, the bosses of Shell are all Mat Saleh, what will they think of his English? What do you think this boss of Shell will think of your English? Poor. So he himself is rating that poor. So, Aznan, if you want to help UM go up in the ranking, if you want to make sure that you are employable within 6 months, your English has to be better, Aznan. Thank you, Aznan. Thank you for being brave enough to come up here. Thank you for clapping. I think in this hall, Aznan is not alone. Betul tak? Can I ask you, how many percent of those in this hall, and I'm talking about the communication in English, is like Aznan? How many percent? 10%? 20? 30? Which one? Huh? 60%. Let me ask you, yang small firm tadi ni. How many percent in this hall, dia punya command of English is like Aznan? How many percent?
Not that many.
How many? Give me a figure.
20%.
20% is like Aznan. How many percent is like Aznan? Dia punya command of English.
Same, 20.
How many percent is like Aznan?
25.
How many percent is Aznan?
30. 20 maybe.
The range is 20 to 35, 30% lah. That 20 to 30% is good enough to make the employers think we are not good. This is where we say, oleh kerana nila setitik, they will generalize. They will generalize. Now, communication skill, speaking in English is one. Now, what else do employer look at you? What else? When they interview you? What? Confidence, correct. The word is confidence. How many of you, the local graduates, when you go before an interview, you can sit and speak confidently? That is another question. That is another question. How many of you can go there, sit, relax, and face the panel confidently? That's another issue, which I can't do here today. But kalau you tengok Aznan, again Aznan, I don't mean to say anything to offend you. It took you many calls to get up here. Betul tak? That I think has something to do with confidence. Betul tak? It took a long time to get you here, Nan. Betul tak? That has something to do with confidence. Because if it is the Mat Saleh, they will jump here immediately. You know, the Mat Saleh different. And that's why they think the foreign graduate is better. So, the point of what I've been trying to illustrate to you in the last 10 minutes adalah, please, the industry thinks our graduate punya command of English is not so good, and you all punya rating is 20 to 30%, and secondly, confidence level. Confidence level. I want to ask you, how many of you have never gone back home more than 6 months here? Of course, those from overseas, more than that. But the rest of you here, how long? How long have you not called your mother or your father more than 6 months? How many of you? Or you call your mother every half an hour? Yeah? How many of you here have not called your parents in the last 1 month? Ada tak? Baru balik kampung. Now why I ask that is this. These ladies here, which country are you from, ma'am? France. Iran. Yourself? Nigeria. Yourself? Yes. Saudi Arabia. These people have come thousands of miles away, right? And they put up their hand when they say, when I call out, how many of you have not gone back to see your parents in the last 6 months? Is there any difference? You who goes back home every weekend to see your father, mother, sister, brother, who else? Anymore? Compared to them, who have not gone back in 6 months. Ada beza tak? You are from where you said? Nigeria. When was the last time you went back to see your parents? A year ago. And you? A month. You just came back. So dia 1 year. You all, if you don't go back and see your parents for 1 year, can or cannot? Can. Can. Can or cannot? Boleh tak? Can or not? You. Can or not? Can. 1 year. Huh? Can or not? Can. 1 year, no problem. So if you don't go back, they will come and see you. If you cannot have the privilege of going and see your parents for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you know that internally you have to be strong, betul tak? Internally you will be stronger, betul tak? For someone who love their parents a lot, and yet you don't go and visit them because no money, maybe you have to get about 4,000 ringgit to go back home. You have to be quite tough, right or not? And that is one reason why a lot of Malaysian students who study abroad has the advantage, because they don't have the advantage of always communicating with their family. If they have problems, they have to solve themselves. Betul tak? Whereas you all ada problem, tomorrow your parents dah sampai. No, what's wrong with your parents? What's wrong with your parents? No. No, they won't come. He doesn't know your problem. And for those foreign students, those international students, they don't have that privilege, because it will cost thousands of ringgit to come, betul tak? So you have to solve your own problem. Betul tak? Right, ma'am? Whatever problem you have to solve your own, right? Hey, I think it's good. It's good. It's good that if you have problem, you solve on your own. You know that or not? Because then you learn to be independent. Berdikari. I tell you, when I was a student in UK, when I went there, you know how long I stayed there before I come back and see my parents? Let you all guess. How long was it? How do you know? Yeah, right. 5 years. I went to UK in 74. I only met my parents in 79. 5 years. You want to be a vice chancellor? Please. So that you become strong. But that doesn't mean that I don't love my parents. I love them a lot. But when I'm there, during my age, there was no handphone. This technology not around yet. There was no ATM machine. Meo. If I want to call, I use the phone. But my house in the kampung, no phone. So what I do? I tulis surat. At that time, you tulis surat, it takes 10 days to arrive. So, good training or not? This Vice Chancellor good training or not? Yeah. Because of that, I become stronger. I become berdikari. That's why I have not been to any interview in my life which I didn't get the job. You know that? Bukan nak menyombong, bukan nak menunjuk. But I have been many interviews in my life. Not a single occasion where I didn't get a job. You know that? Every time I go interview, I will definitely get the job. Unless if I don't want the job. You believe that? Tapi please, after this, don't call your parents and say, this Vice Chancellor is telling me don't go home. Nanti it will go in the newspaper. What is wrong with this Vice Chancellor? He's telling my son, my daughter not to love the parents anymore. Please, I'm not saying that. Never mind. We have to go on. Next slide. Now, my friend, I have to show you this slide. This is what is called the National Higher Education Agenda. Who came up with this? The Ministry of Higher Education. PSPTN. This was produced in 2007, I think. Now, I want to point out a few important things here. Trust 2. Trust means the core vision, the core mission. Trust 2, written on the right hand side there. One of them written there, 100,000 PhD by 2020. By year 2020, Malaysia punya plan adalah there must be 100,000 people with PhD. How many PhD do we have now? How many PhDs? How many Malaysians in Malaysia now has a PhD degree like what I have? How many you think? I'm sad to say that the number of Malaysians yang ada PhD is only about 25,000 now. And this is by year 2020, we need 100,000. Boleh ke tidak? Do you think can we achieve this target or not? Can or not, you think? If we are going to achieve this target, all of you, please make sure you do your PhD. Don't work with a small company or big company. After you study here, go and do your PhD. And then I will go around throughout this university and tell the student, do PhD. And bukan tu saja, I will go around all the Malaysian IPTA, do your PhD. Then we'll achieve the target. A bit tough, isn't it? It's not easy, to achieve this number, 100,000 by year 2020. Now only 25,000.